Hello and welcome back to Stitches and Books. My name is Becky and this is my podcast where I'm going to be talking to you about all of the things that I made during July. I have already recorded this podcast once before and realised about halfway through, realised right at the end that at some point my microphone had run out of battery and had stopped recording audio, and so I lost half the audio, which was very frustrating, and I thought rather than trying to pick up halfway through on a different day, I would just start again. I'm very tired today. I didn't have a very good night last night, so I'm feeling a bit sleepy today, so I'm hoping that that's going to bring a calm and relaxed vibe to the podcast today, and not a exhausted vibe. We'll see what we can do. Grab yourself a hot drink and let's get settled down and have a chat about our crafting. I'm in a different spot that I hope is going to be okay, but my neighbours are having a little party in the garden, and the spot that I sit in to record is like right by the fence, so their music is very quiet, but in that particular spot you can hear it really loudly. It's not loud, but like you can hear it, and I think it would pick up on my recording. So I've stuck the kids in the kitchen. The big kids, the little kid is having a sleep. I've stuck the big kids in the kitchen, and I'm sitting in the living room. I'm just pinning something out onto my new blocking board, which I'll show you later. Because I started to block a project. So I'm just, oh no, that's come undone. Okay, I have to fix that. Why did I decide to do this right now? Who knows? Okay, that's for later. I decided to do that now though, didn't I? That one needs to come out more. Like that maybe? Yeah, that's better. Okay, anyway, let's get started, shall we? I cannot believe it's August. It is the 1st of August today. Saturday the 1st of August. And I'm not ready for it to be August. It just feels so like the year is just disappearing so quickly. I have one half finished object to show you this month, and if you've watched my July vlogs then you will have already seen this and heard the saga of the Crunkle sock, but I will show you, for those that haven't watched my vlogs, I will show you. This is sock one of a pair that were supposed to be Crunkle socks, which is a pattern by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and the yarn is a Stranger Things themed yarn from Bumblebee Acres. I got it a few years ago and have been hoarding it for a special occasion, and I started the socks I think probably like at the beginning of the last season of Stranger Things or something like that, and didn't get them knit. Stopped after a little bit and picked it up again recently and got really back into it and finished the sock off. I was really pleased with how quickly I'd gotten through it, and when I went back to check what point in the pattern repeat to start the toe, I realised that I've been doing the textured pattern wrong. So at the top you can see here with these nice rounded Crunkle stitches, the texture is lovely. They're really like round, it's like squishy and lovely. But then here they look really flat. And that is because I'd missed out a couple of rows of the repeat. So it just flattens out all the stitches, which is really frustrating. And I have done that the entire way through. Apart from those two, it possibly is actually just one repeat. I think I might have gotten one repeat right and then after that got it all wrong. Yeah, it's not what it's supposed to be. It looks fine. It looks fine in this yarn. The yarn is quite like speckled, variegated, so it like the pattern possibly gets a little bit lost anyway, although I do feel like those crunkly stitches at the top are more obvious in the pattern, in the yarn, sorry, and then the pattern I decided to do. So I've been really torn about what to do for the second sock, and I've thought about knitting a third sock. I think I might just make a second sock exactly the same. I'm still undecided. I'm really torn between making a second sock in the correct pattern and then ripping this one out and re-knitting it, or just making a second sock that is exactly like this one and then starting the crunkles again in a different yarn. Because I kind of feel like now for me, this yarn and this pattern combination just feels like, oh, I don't want to do that all again, and then I don't want to have to do it again for a third time. So I might just knit the second sock in this yarn to be exactly the same as this sock, and then pick a different yarn for the crunkled pattern. And then I don't have to knit this yarn 3 times with this pattern and try and make it work. Because the yarn is lovely, I'm enjoying working with the yarn and I like the pattern, but I don't necessarily want to do the two of them together anymore. So I don't know. I love the umbrella toe. I have done that once or twice before, but I think I'm tempted to add it into my rotation for sock bits because I really like that, how that feels. It's a really nice shape as well. So there we go. That is the first sock of this pair. I have cast on the second sock. I've got fibre fluff up my nose. Cast on the second sock and just sort of stalled because I hadn't decided what I was going to do, but I knew that I needed to get the second one cast on, because if I didn't do that, that was probably never going to happen. So yeah, just a little bit of thinking to do with this one. Whips. I have got a lot of whips at the moment. I'd really reduced my whips down and I was actively working on pretty much everything. And then I just kind of felt like I wanted to cast on something else. And so I did. And as my ball winder was out and my Swift, I decided I might as well wind up quite a lot of yarn, because getting my ball winder out and my Swift out and getting it all clamped down and things like that, it's a bit of a faff because there isn't anywhere where I can really set it up. I have to use Milo's high chair and a dining table chair, and so it's just not ideal. So when I get them out, I like to get them out and use them. So I wound up loads of yarn, and then I was like, well, as it's all wound up, I might as well cast it on. So I cast on loads of things, and I have been really enjoying myself, just dipping in and out of these projects as and when I fancy, picking, like, it's really allowed me to be like a mood knitter. I also did like a video recently where I read the first chapter of 3 books and let the first chapter be what persuaded me to read the book or not. And I feel like casting on loads of projects and working on them little bits is a similar sort of thing. It's like the knitting version of trying a chapter. So that's what I have been doing. Definitely some have called me back more than others, but they're all things I want to work on. So so it's been really nice to have them all there just for when I fancy picking them up. So I'm not going to show you everything, because I am going to do a video where I talk about everything that I'm working on and do a sort of mid-year. I know we're a little bit over the mid-year point now, but this kind of counting down to autumn and Christmas and wanting to clear the decks again, ready for, well, I've got some Christmas presents on my needles which I need to make before Christmas. Yeah, I really liked last year that I did a sort of mid-year check-in with all my whips and made a plan to get them all finished by the end of the year, and that is what I would like to do, because I've got things that I can work on. So I think I've got like 1 or 2 more things I'd like to cast on, and then I think I'm pretty much set for the rest of the year. You know, just like socks going on as and when I finish socks, maybe another couple of small projects, but I think I've pretty much got my year's knitting sorted out here. So I'm going to start with, I'll start with this as it is right here. Obviously, this was the perfect time for me to go and block all of the parts that I'd currently finished of this particular project, but I will show you what I have available to show you. This is my blanket club project with the blanket club from Green Lambkin Yarns, which is folk, or what has she called it? Fantastic Folklore. So every month you get 4 minis and you get a little inspiration, like information here, and the minis are inspired by whatever festival or folklore it is that Suzanne's picked for each month. So this one is February. I have finished all of my January yarn, and I'm now at the point where I need to start thinking about how I'm planning on putting it all together. This is the yarn that I'm using to join everything. It is King Cole Orchard. I love the label for this, and it's in the colourway Splendor, which is shade 5861, and it's a really nice sort of oatmeal-y grey, like beige, and I'm really pleased. I think it's going to look really nice with all of the colours. I just got 1 ball of this so that I could find out how much of it I was going to use. It's really hard to show you. I could figure out how much of it I was going to use per month. Well, that is how much I have left after 1 month's worth of hexagons. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to need 10 more balls, probably, yeah, I think I'll probably need 10 more balls altogether. I need to actually weigh this, but I'm thinking 10 balls should get me through all of the monthly hexagons, and then I will probably want 1 ball to put a border on the outside, because I am probably just going to do a single crochet all the way around the border just to finish the edge off. I'm not going to put an additional border on to the end, because all of the hexagons are, I hope I can show you, this is really awkward. So this is one of my January hexagons. The centre is a puff stitch circle, which I used a tutorial from Mima Makes, I'll link that down below. It's a puff stitch circle, and then I just like pulled it out into a hexagon shape with some granny clusters around the outside. So that is what they're all going to look like. And because it's got that beigey colour around the outside, I don't want to put another colour on the outside, and nor do I really think I want to put more of that beige around the outside, because there's going to be a lot of that colour all together. So I think I'll just go around the outside with a solid colour, probably this one, just to neaten it all up. So I think 10 more balls of that should be enough. And I'm just going to just do them in lines, I think. So I'm going to put all 16 in one big long line from January, and then I'll add February to that, I think. I could do... I'm thinking about it now, and I don't need to think about it now. I don't need to worry about it now, but I'm going to make my next lot of Beccy's. It's taken me a little while to get through the January ones, but that's fine. That's fine. It's really relaxing, mindful crochet. So I'm happy for it to take me a little while to do it. I don't need to be done by the end of the year. Maybe next year I won't have a blanket club, so maybe I'll like let this one flow into next year. We'll see, but I'm really enjoying making it. So that's the first thing that I've been working on. Then what else? Oh, well, the main thing that I've been working on is living in my Ghibli, Christmas Ghibli project bag from Coffee and Yarn Cakes. I didn't tell you about either of these. This one's Coffee and Yarn Cakes with my Crunkle socks, Stranger Things. This one is This Lizzie Sews. This is my most recent one. I think I showed it to you last episode. And it's all the sewing books. So yeah, I definitely showed that to you last time. But this is this one. And it's got my lovely gingerbread bag charm on it from Suzanne. This was a gift from Suzanne. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for that. That was so kind of you. It's so cute, and I love the bells. It's just so Christmassy. This is the thing that I have been working on the most. So did I put a marker in? I possibly did and have since taken it out. I think I was almost done with the body when I last showed it to you. The body's now cast off, sewn off. I did a Jenny's interlocking bind off, which is a sewn bind off. I was really torn about what to do bind off wise, but I decided to do a sewn bind off, and I'm happy that I did. It was fine. And I have finished the first sleeve. I have gone for just past my elbow as a sleeve length, because I don't like when my sleeves sort of come over my hands, and I don't like it when they are just too short. Like if they're properly bracelet length, it's fine, but if they aren't perfect, I don't like it. So I thought I would rather have a shorter sleeve, and then I can wear some like fingerless mittens or something if my wrists get cold. So, but I am so pleased with how this has worked out. And I am, as I say, I'm on the second sleeve. I've picked up, I've gotten started on it. So yeah, and then just a neckband, and I'm hoping beyond hope that I have enough yarn. I have this left. These were 50 gram skeins. It's the Cascade 220 fingering weight in colour 9568, and it's 50 gram skein that I'm holding double. So I weighed it after I'd finished the sleeve. I'm not entirely sure how much of the sleeve I knit out of this ball, but I had 34 or 32, something like that, grams left. So I have more than half left. So I'm thinking I should be fine. I really hope so. I don't really want to get another skein just to finish off the neckline, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. So that's that one. I am using the stripes, is an advent from 2023, I think, from Hannah at Chromatic Yarns. And I am, yeah, I just love it so much. I love it so much. I can't wait to wear it. It's going to be so fun and colourful to wear it, and I'm so excited. So that's living in there and is nearly done, and I am trying to prioritize it. I need to work on it a little bit during the day when I have a little bit more alert, because I made a mistake with the decreases on the sleeve, on the first sleeve. So I just need to, I marked them so I knew what the mistake was that I made, so that I could do it again, so that the second sleeve was the same. Because I'm happy with the fit. So it hasn't in any way made the fit wrong. So I'll just do it the same way. So I've marked it, but I need to make sure that I do it the same. So I just need to work the next 10 or so rounds in the day when I can actually focus on it, and then it'll be smooth sailing as the pattern is written until the same point as the first sleeve. And the nice thing about the colours is that I know when I'm done, because I know that once I get to that pink one, which I think is 9 or 10 in the calendar, I know I'm done with the colours. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. And I am excited that I'm going to have a new jumper soon, and I think it's going to fit really nicely. I was worried it was going to be a little bit too short, but I think it's going to be fine. Obviously it'll grow a little bit when I block it. I think it's going to be fine. Worst case scenario, if I have to buy more yarn anyway for the neckband, I'll just pick up and knit an extra long, I would have to undo a sewn bind off. But I might cut the ribbing off, knit, and then like graft the two pieces back together or something, because yeah, I don't want to do the sewn bind off again. What am I going to show you next? So, living in my Coffee and Yarn Cakes Stardew Valley bag is a pair of socks for Rory for Christmas, and they are going well. Oh no, it's all tangled. I'm not going to try and do that now. The yarn is Madrigal Yarns. It is the self-striping in the rainbow colourway with a mini of a sort of slightly pink red. It's darker than it looks like it's coming out on the screen, but Rory picked it. He was happy with how red it was. Red's his favourite colour, so that was fine, and I'm really pleased with how these are coming along. I think probably between 5 and 10 more rounds and the length will be good, and I could do the heel. And yeah, I'll definitely get a second pair of socks for him out of the ball, I think. And then I might get a pair of shorties for me out of them, because I do love this yarn. And those are for Christmas. I don't know if I said that. Living in my little autumny bag from Coffee and Yarn Cakes. If you're new here, I love Coffee and Yarn Cakes bags. I literally just love them. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just really love all the patterns, all of the fabrics. So in this one is a pair of mittens for my mum. So mum, if you're watching, then scrub the last 30 seconds out of your brain and don't watch anymore. Christmas present for my mum. Beautiful, squishy, soft, fingerless mittens. The pattern is Field Mittens by Camilla Vad. And the yarn is from Skein and the Stitch in the colourway Orlando. Orlando is my mum's favourite book, so I had to pick it up and make her something. I was torn between making her something and giving her the yarn, and I spoke to her about it, and she said that she would rather I made something for her. She is a knitter, so it wouldn't have been like a totally pointless present, but she said it would be nice if I made something for her, so I will. And then the floof is Cumulus by Fiber Spates. fibre spats. And it is a 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% mulberry silk blend, and it is so soft and so scrummy, and it is making these mittens super floofy and super warm, and they are going to be perfect. My mum gets really cold hands and she works at a computer, so she finds that her hands get cold sort of sitting out on her keyboard and her mouse, so she likes fingerless mittens to just help keep her hands warm. And I read or heard somewhere that if you focus particularly on having warm wrists, then that helps the blood circulation to your hands and your fingers. So I thought, nice long cuff with this super warm yarn, and then they are fingerless, and I think they have a proper thumb, like rather than just a hole, so they should hopefully help keep her hands nice and warm, but she'll still have her fingers free to type. And they're very pretty, and they definitely feel like my mum's kind of mitten. And then the sock set came with a mini, which I haven't used in the mitts. And it's just a brown, which just makes me think of like old leather bound hardback books. And assuming that I have enough left over, which I think I will, I'm going to make a pair of shorty socks with this for cuffs, heels possibly, depending on how much of this I have left, and toes. And then again, my mum loves a shorty sock. I've made her a couple of pairs of shorty socks, and she's loved them all, so I'll make her another pair. And then any yarn that's left over I will use for me, but I imagine there won't be that much after a pair of mittens and a pair of shorty socks. So the last project that I'm going to show you is living in a bag from a bag maker that you never see on my channel. And it's coffee and yarn cakes. I know it's so rare for you to see coffee and yarn cakes bags on my channel, but sometimes I like to branch out from my usual. And this is a pair of socks that I cast on right at the beginning of July for Christmas in July, and I've just really enjoyed working on, as and when I fancy working on, a little simple textured sock. So I did a short leg, and I'm in the foot. Pattern is my pattern, bookshelf socks. It's linked down below if you would like to check it out. And the yarn is from Hannah of Chromatic Yarns, and it is one of her, I can't remember if this was a Christmas Eve cast on or if it was a sock set with an advent calendar, but it is this lovely pink, and the yarn has got greens and yellows in it, and it makes me think of twinkly fairy lights on a Christmas tree, and I love it. And also with the sock set came a little fairy light stitch marker, which I love. So those are in there. I'm just enjoying working on those, like whenever I feel like a simple textured sock. And my plan is to have these ready for myself for Christmas, so that I can wear them on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Boxing Day and enjoy a fresh pair of Christmas socks. So those are the main things I'm working on. As I say, I'm dipping in and out of a couple of others. I really hope that my microphone is like cutting out the vast majority of my children being animals in the kitchen. But I'm just doing what I can, working with what I've got. Take a sip of my tea. It's a bit cold now, but I'm used to it. Right. Before I start talking about what things I have had come in to me recently, I thought I'd talk a little bit about a couple of YouTubers that I've been watching recently. And I'm thinking that I might like to add this in, maybe not to every episode, but just occasionally, where I can just give a little shout out to people that have been really inspiring me. I don't get as much time as I would like to watch other people's podcasts and things. So I tend to like binge somebody's like backlist for a while. And I have like a couple of people who I watch every time they put out a video. And then and they, like, people get added to that list, which that does mean it gets longer and longer and I struggle to watch everybody. But I like to have a binge and then keep up with somebody. And so I thought I would just talk a little bit about some of the newer people who have been on that list who I maybe haven't talked about as much as I've talked about some people. So firstly, Jo from the Hooked and Happy podcast. She is doing summer vlogs. I really enjoy Jo's holiday, like school holiday videos. So she's a teacher, and so she doesn't get as much chance to do vlogs and things during the week ordinarily. So she has been doing like bank holidays or Easter, half terms, things like that. And I really enjoy them, and they're usually quite short. I think they're sort of under 20 minutes usually, and that's just perfect to just sit down and watch. And it's just nice to see a little bit into somebody's life and their ordinary days. I really enjoy her videos. They're just nice and calm and relaxing to watch. Same with Beccy from Back to Blighty. I've been subscribed to Beccy for a while and I've like dipped in and out of a few of her vlogs, but I really got into her channel over the past few weeks because she's been doing Tour de Fleece. So she's been doing a lot of spinning, and she's really inspired me to pick up my spindle again. So like literally just off the back of watching her, and my mum as well. My mum's been doing Tour de Fleece on Instagram, and I bought myself a little Turkish spindle and got back into spindle spinning and have really enjoyed it for the sort of slow, mindful craft. It's been really nice over the past few weeks to just have something to go to that's particularly slow. And Beccy's videos are really calm and relaxing and very inspirational. So she's been one that I have been watching some of her older videos just to sort of catch up on where she's at, and I really enjoy them. She knits with the most beautiful, like 100% British wool yarns, and it's been really inspirational to sort of see her making lots of really beautiful Fair Isle. I don't know what the technical definition between Fair Isle and colourwork is. I'll say colourwork, doing colourwork, steeking. She's got a video where she's done, or a couple of videos where she's been talking about steeking, and very inspirational. So definitely, if you're looking for another slow, relaxing podcaster and vlogger, I would recommend Beccy. And Jenny of Little Brown Bird Co. I haven't watched any of her videos as yet, but I'm a new subscriber and I really want to go and watch them because she's been spinning and knitting jumpers and filming the process, and the videos are only about 20 minutes long and it sounds like perfect inspiration. So I'm going to go and check those out. And I'm on the lookout for more spinners. So if you have any recommendations for spinners, particularly spinners who also knit, like I love to watch the process of spinning, but I do also like to see what people knit with their hand spun. Let me know down below if you know anybody who is doing that. Oh, I also saw that Felts by Philippa has done some spinning videos, and I watched a few of those, and those are really fun as well because she's a beginner. So it's been really interesting to watch her like practice every day. I think she was practicing every day. So it's really interesting to see how she's like improved over just doing like little bits of spinning every day. So shout out to those videos. I've been really enjoying them. Leave me some recommendations down below of some more. It's really very slow crafters. Right, let's talk about what I have got over the last month, because it was my birthday, so I did get something that I'm quite excited about. I like ummed and ahed about this so much because I was like, do I really need it? But it's a birthday present, so really, birthday presents, like, birthdays are not the time for need, right? Birthdays are the time for dream gifts. My parents and Andrew got together and bought me one of the redesign knitting bags. This is a Project 39 bag, and it opens out like this. It's got toys in it at the moment because I've been using it as a handbag, but it's got all of the space for projects and like places to put notions and yarn and needles and things. And so yeah, there's just so much room in it. Like I said, I've been using it as a combination knitting bag and handbag, because one side, usually when I'm like out and about, I will take socks or similar, like these smaller project bags, and they fit in there perfectly with space in the other side for toys or a book or something, and then it all folds up like this and nothing gets smushed. It's perfect. And then in the front there is this big pocket. Got my car keys in it at the moment. And in the pocket there is elastic for needles or hooks or whatever. There's a pocket here. That's like, I slip my phone in there, my sunglasses, things like that. And then it has a zip pocket in the front where I've been putting like gift vouchers and cash and things like that. And it's just perfect. It's got a handle, like hand handle, which you can put over your arm. It has got this strap, but I've just been using this to put it over the buggy. And it has been perfect. I absolutely love it. I love that it sits so nicely on a table. Yeah, it's been great. I love that. And it's going to be perfect when we go on holiday or something. I can just shove it full of all of my knitting projects, zip it up, and it's good to go. And then when we get wherever we're going, I can like unpack my knitting and it'll still be a handbag. So it's like multifunctional and I love it. So that was the big thing that came in this month. My drop spindle, obviously I showed you that. That was from Tyne and Floyd. I love it. It's a Turkish spindle. It's been stained. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so light. It spins so quickly. It has been a lot of fun. I have done some drop spindling before, so I was kind of prepared for that, but I just love, it's so light. I just love it. So there was that. What else? Stardew Valley bag. Oh yeah, I bought some new yarn. I bought a few bits of new yarn. Where's the other new yarn? Where's my other new yarn? What did I do with it? Oh, it's over there. I have to go over there and get it. Show you this first. So this is, I've already cast this on. I'm not going to show you what I cast on because I'm going to show you that another time. But this was from Green Lambkin Yarn, and it is the Sugar and Spice colourway on Fairy Dust 4-ply. So this is, I think this is Suzanne's new base, and I think, did she say it was new for Christmas yarn? I'm not sure, but it's got these neon neps in it and also stellina. So it's just so sparkly and colourful, and I really, really love it. It makes me think of sweets and sherbet and just, it's so festive and so lovely. So I won a competition, which was exciting. Woolful, who do the Wool Monty did a competition where if you shared a selfie, then they'd pick, I guess, a random pick of people who posted a selfie in front of their selfie wall, and the winners got a £50 gift voucher to spend in their online shop. So, and I won, which was very unexpected and exciting. So I used my voucher to get this blocking board, which has got, it's from Millwood. And it's got holes. I've been thinking about one of these for a while, and this just seemed like the perfect time because I'm making a massive blanket out of crocheted hexagons, so it seemed like the perfect opportunity. But you get dowel which go into the holes, and then you can pin out your knitting and or your crochet. And I think I'll be able to stack, as long as I leave a bit of space, I'll be able to stack a few hexagons onto each one. I'll move it so it's taking up less space on the board. I think I should be able to get another, if I put it up here in the corner, I should be able to get another one down here. But so that was great to have. This is the first time using it, but I'm excited. And then they had some yarn from some indie dyers, which was really exciting to see. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to get myself some pretty indie dyed yarn. And so I did have to put a bit of my own money in against these, but that's fine. I picked up 3. I'm just now worrying that I got, no, that's fine. One of them just in that moment looked a bit plusher than the others, and I was like, oh no, did I get 2 4-ply and a DK? But I didn't. I picked up these 3 beautiful skeins from Moonlight Fibre, and it is Cosmic Pulse. So yeah, it's just so colourful and makes me so happy, and I'm so excited. And it's going to be a Tolster tee or something like that, or just some sort of t-shirt or some sort of like longish sleeved top, like just an extra layer to throw over, and I am really looking forward to casting those on. I'm thinking that I might have to try and find time to get my ball winder out again today or tomorrow and get these wound up so that when I have a free moment I can cast something on with them. But I think I probably need to actually properly firmly decide what it is I'm going to cast on before I do that. So really excited to have gotten those. And then I also got from Victoria, of what Victoria read, she sent me a birthday present, which was so lovely of you, Victoria, and you really didn't have to do that, but it was such a lovely surprise and such a lovely treat. And I can't find the card now. I had the business card right here just a moment ago. There it is. So she sent me a gift box from Cozy Reads Co. There is the, I don't think this is a, no, I was just checking it wasn't like a discount code or anything that I was about to, so that's they. And it was so lovely. So it was a box, and in the box was a like blind date with a book, and the book was wrapped beautifully. I think I got some footage of it, so if I did, then I'll put that in here as well so you can see it all. But it was so beautifully wrapped. It was all sort of folded with like pockets in it, and then in the pockets was all of these lovely little treats and things, like those little things that you put under your eyes, and hot chocolate and little sweets and things, and some bookmarks. And then obviously the book. The book is called Love Lessons in Starcross Valley. It's up on my TBR shelf there. And it just sounds like a lovely cozy read. I'm really excited to, I was going to start reading it on my birthday, but it was really hot on my birthday and I didn't feel like reading, so it's just sitting there waiting for me. But soon I will feel like I want to read. It's just too hot to read at the moment. I can't do much at the moment, but yeah, so that was such a lovely gift, and that everything inside was so beautifully wrapped and presented. And yeah, it's just, I will definitely be using, I'm keeping the card because I will definitely be using them myself, because it just was such a lovely, like, curated box of things. So that was really, really lovely. Thank you again, Victoria. That was a lovely gift. And so that is it for knitting and crafting for the month of July. It's been a I've had a really lovely month. I've been doing my July vlogs. We've had like a really quiet July. Usually our Julys are a lot busier, but I mean, we were away for a week, which was nice, and Andrew had a couple of weeks off. So it's been really lovely, but we've just really slowed it down because it's been so hot. So we've not been able to do loads and loads of stuff, but it's been really nice to have a slow month. And we're also, like, if you have been watching my vlogs for a little while, then you'll know that we're sort of trying to move house. So, and that's been like not an easy process at times, and it has just all like changed again. So it's been a little bit stressful. So it's been nice to have a calm month where we've not been thinking about too much. Hopefully over the next few days things with the house will settle back down again, and we can go back to looking forward to moving into our new home, and maybe we'll feel like we're ready to do some more exciting things. But I don't know, possibly not. Yeah, so it's been a really nice month. I will leave a link to all of my videos down below. I am late putting out the last one because it was my birthday and then we were doing stuff, so I just didn't get it edited. But I will. I will get it edited and I'll get it out. And I just put up, well, just on at some point this week, Monday, Tuesday, I put out a video of me and my mum cleaning a raw Jacob fleece. So if you're interested in that, check that video out. That'll be linked down below as well. And then I have got plans for a couple of other videos. I did do a vlog on my birthday. I don't know, I haven't reviewed the footage of that. I don't know what that's going to be like, so maybe that'll go out, maybe it won't. But I'm definitely going to be doing a mid-year reading wrap up and like plans for the rest of the year video, and also similar sort of thing for the knitting, like all of the projects that I have on my needles and anything else that I need to cast on, and then the plans to get them all finished by the end of the year. That is what I'm going to do. And then I would also like to do a video, and I might start that today actually, now that I've recorded this. I downloaded an app, like a spinner, and I would like to, because I have so much to work on, I would like to have the wheel, the spinner, choose what I'm going to work on. So I thought that could be quite fun for maybe like a week or so, just to work on things as and when the wheel tells me. I could also hate it and not want to be told what to work on, but we'll see. It will be interesting to see how that goes. So those are my plans for my channel for the next couple of weeks, I guess. And then I'll probably do, I'm not going to do Vlogtober. I thought I was going to do that, but I have thought about it, and practically speaking, we're going away, and it's Milo's birthday. He'll be 1, so I'm not going to do Vlogtober, but I might do September vlogs instead. Maybe not every day, maybe just weekends or something, but I'm going to do some kind of vlog during September, and then I would like to try and do Vlogmas, like as it should be every day. But I don't know how realistic that is. It might be very, very short. I might do Vlogmas shorts or something, but we'll see, because I would like to do that. Because I found that vlogging, doing the weekly vlogs had its like pluses and cons, as does doing daily vlogs, but I'll see. I will see how I feel, but I would like to do another sort of long period of vlogging before Vlogmas, and then I'd like to do Vlogmas. So there we are. If you have enjoyed this video, I know it has been very rambly and I had hoped that it was going to be a little bit more kind of calm energy, but I'm not calm energy. But if you have enjoyed it anyway, then leave me a like. And if you are not already subscribed, then please do consider subscribing. If you have gotten to the end of the video, then please leave me a birthday themed emoji, just to let me know that you made it all the way to the end. So that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.